so this show is doing well. And while I was out there doing that, this last time I shot an episode of
You're coming right back.
with Bobby and Jada, and that was fun. And in January, this past January, I went and shot a little series of shows called Junk Food Flip with a girl named Nikki Dinky, and that's on the cooking channel right now. And my brother and I, this makes me happy. We had a show called Road Tasting a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's been like 9 years now. And yeah, because my nephew was turning 9, so that was, my brother had just gotten married, and his wife was pregnant with their first child, and we were doing a travel show that had us all over the country, from Seattle to Miami and everywhere in between. My brother just couldn't do it with his wife and his new family. So we had to take our foot off the gas on that show. And he was really bummed out that he couldn't do it because, number one, the show was great. And it did well right away. People really liked it, and they were watching it. Hey, how are you? And two, it's fun. If you're fortunate enough to get to do television, it better be fun, because you can tell if it's not.
Right.
You know, if you're watching a show and it looks like we're having fun,
Your chemistry is so good.
we're having fun, and there's a good chance that you're gonna have fun. So Jamie and I just got home from, for about a month, we went out shooting a new show that is not gonna be titled Road Tasted, but it's the same show. And it's fantastic.
You may end up coming here because it's all around the south.
We may end up, yeah, because we're all over the South Coast, so we could end up in Columbia.
I'll tell you something, I got something I want you to road taste.
Okay, all right. I want to hear it, because I like to taste. So when we finished, the show that we shot was, it felt to me like an adventure show that had some food sprinkled in it. That's kind of what it was, because we would go places where there was some fun activity. I don't want to give it all away, but we would go to cities where there would be stuff that was just amazing, that a couple of guys like me and Jamie would love to do together, you know, as brothers. So, you'll have to watch it and see what those things are.
July 13th, 10 p.m.
Is it July 13th?
They told
July
us,
13th.
I think it's at 10.
July 13th at 10.
Yes.
And yeah, it'll be on Food Network. And when we broke, we're really fortunate in that all of the television that we do is with you. You probably know, if you're a fan of my mother and have been watching My Family for any time, you might know who Gordon Elliott is.
Yes.
Gordon is the producer who discovered my mother and put her on television and all this stuff. Well, everything we've ever done has been shot by Gordon. And so we have a good chemistry and relationship together, so we always work with the same crew. So anyhow, I say that to say this. When we finished the show that my brother and I just shot in Kentucky, as we were kind of all just walking around and slapping each other on the back and saying thanks and see you next time, to the crew, one of the crew members just said to me unsolicited, he said, "We are about to hand Food Network the best thing they've ever seen." And I agreed with him. I said, you know what, I think you're right. I don't think there's anything like this on the network. And I think the show is so fun.
Food Network needs a new punch.
Pardon me?
Food Network
It
needs a
does.
new punch.
Food Network, when a couple of years ago, when we had our challenges in life, Food Network was not happy about having to lose my mom. I can tell you that, because things changed for them and their viewership dipped. And, it's been a bit of a struggle. What are you doing with Food Network? You know what I mean? But my mom is happy for us to be getting options. Anyhow, I like Guy Fieri very much. He's a very nice man. I've
We
worked
watch
with
him
him
all
and
the
been around
time.
him plenty of times. But it's kind of the Guy Fieri network, and I think they want to add something else
Yep.
in
Yes,
there
definitely.
that is simple. But he deserves to be where he is. He's a great guy. He's been nothing but kind to me and my family. So anyhow, I'm not going to give away.
Kentucky, because I'm getting ready to go to
Yeah,
Kentucky
well,
in July.
let me say
we're
this.
going head to head.
Kentucky's gorgeous. To anybody who's not been, or if you have been, Kentucky's a beautiful state. And we had a really fun time. And I don't want to give away everything that we did on the show, but I'll tell you this: Kentucky, they sent me a jockey.
Okay, so Down in Lexington.
They didn't put me on American Pharoah. They put me on super glue. The horse's name was Flash, which was an ironic name because they gave me a very broken in horse. That wasn't gonna be
Take off in a flash.
Well, you gotta tell us
Horse
who
never-
the teacher was.
Claudia and I met in my closest friend. It's not her. Is a strength coach in Savannah for a local college, and I've known him for about 15 years. And he's a workout buddy with me, and I would work out at the college where he works. And one day Claudia walked into the gym, and I said, "Who is that?" And he said, "Oh, that's Claudia Lavera. She's from Venezuela." I said, "Oh, really?" He introduced me to her. So we kind of calmed her into our workouts and got her on a regular schedule. So I was crazy for her the moment that I met her.
That's so cute.
And still.
Way up down there. She did a good job.
She's awesome. So we met in the gym. That's how we met.
That's great.
It's not-
Great place to meet.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if people have things to do, if you gotta get going or whatever. We can get started if you'd like to, but there is no rush. I'm here from 12 we drove 3 hours to get here, so I'm not interested. I'm not interested in running out right this second. So we can take all the pictures y'all wanna take.
Awesome, yay,
You can
good, good.
talk to me about anything you wanna talk to me
Bathroom,
about.
when I came out, I went down there. And I walked from one end to this other. Yeah, I got that. I got them all. I'm a marketing baby, y'all saw that. Started on that end. There we go. Went all the way down, all the way down to the other. All right.
Okay, please.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. I got enough. No, I saw it.